Uh-oh. Going live and Banditory fired up. That's one funny dog. Oh man. He doesn't know how to express himself. I will see how many people hop on. See how the sound quality is. If the sound quality is good, just give me a thumbs up. Sounds quality bad, let me know in the chat. So much stuff going on right now. F1's in Japan, so they're racing at like nighttime. That means I have to stay up late. It's okay. I work nights. I'm used to that. Oh, FP3 starts in 2.5 hours. I mean, Red Bull's ridiculous. Red Bull's ridiculous. They had one bad weekend, and now Verstappen's like back in top form. Poor Perez doesn't have anything. Oh, man. This past weekend, there was so much racing going on. Holy crap. Had a whole bunch of locals. Had TSRS. Had Rotax. Hey, what's up, Dave? How's the audio? The audio sound good? Mm. And everybody's getting ready for grands. Oh man, I'm so behind the ball on that. I mean, I haven't touched the cart since Charlotte, but you sound like you. All right, perfect. Oh man, yeah. Oh Jesus. Getting ready for grands, and I haven't touched the cart, but I haven't like packed anything up or done anything else. I gotta do all that this weekend. And I gotta fix my seat. Got like 20 holes in it. I'm just gonna refiberglass a little bit. Refiberglass some mounting points and then send it. I cracked the back of it last race, so. Mm. Sometimes they cut the seat on purpose and they just refiberglass it, depending on track. Seat's a big difference. Seat makes a huge difference in the cart. Hit that thumbs up button, that like button. I appreciate it. Really, that just gets like the video out there so more people can join. I don't think it does like much of anything else, to be honest. We're gonna wait about 2 more minutes, see if anybody else shows up, and then we'll start getting into this topic. So if you guys have any questions, hit me up. It's about Racecraft. It's about the racing I saw this weekend. People have been asking me questions, and then what type of racing is going to be going on at Grands, and what type of racing you think is going to happen at Grands. So, I mean, I've been there. I've been every year since it started. This is Grand 7. This is my 7th year racing, and I'm going to Grand 7. So it's crazy. I was just looking back at it and how big it's gotten. It's insane. Uh, Racing's really good over there. I will have Dave. Are you gonna be at Grants? Because I will have stickers at Grants. If not, send me a message on Instagram at Jam Racing or look me up on Facebook. It's Jorge Rafael Ruiz, and I'll send you some stickers through the mail. But I'll have stickers at Grants. Yeah. Yep. I usually walk around and hand it out, even if people don't like me. Insco's funny. Insco put his on the back of the seat. He says that's the only time I'll see it. So he goes, he wanted to make sure the sticker made the video. Funny guy. Guy got jokes. Oh man. Yeah, 24-hour race. That was crazy too. 206. making it 24 hours with no issues. Mm. Tilson will get there one day. Well, that's right. The T4 Cup's going on as well. Yeah, I was trying to find out, live timing through that and YouTube, but couldn't find anything today. Maybe it's too early. Maybe I can find this stuff tomorrow or tonight. And I gotta look at the time frame, how far Spain's ahead. I think they're racing Spain this year. All right, let's get after it. Racecraft. That won't be at Grams. PM me on Facebook when you get it back from the Grams. Now you can PM me now, man. I'll drop it off Monday. I'll still be home Monday. Well, that's true. I have a couple stickers left here, but I have way more after Grants. Um, so Racecraft. People were asking me questions like, "Hey, what do you think about the racing at TSRS, and how you think the racing is going to be at Grands, and what's your take on it, and what do you feel how it goes?" Just wanted to say for the big red one. Heard you serve. Oh heck yeah, awesome. I know. I was just wearing that shirt because I went to a race that Junior had in the Pro Stock during Memorial Day weekend, which I know Junior. I haven't uploaded the video or done it. I have all the film I need. And a gentleman was running the big red one because an individual in his family were veterans. And so I asked if I could buy a shirt. They just handed me a shirt because they knew I served. I was in fourth ID and third ID. So appreciate it though. Um, yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. Wouldn't change it for anything. I mean, I say it's the best and worst thing that's ever happened to me. Like it's the best thing because gave me a trait, gave me you know like a purpose, especially during wartime. It was I joined when we were deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan. So, and it gave me a really good rock of the Marne. Oh shit, yeah, yeah. I'm still over here too. Live in Savannah, right outside of Hinesville and Hunter. Yeah, third ID, rock of the Marne. You're right. Dang. Um. So, and then I ended up getting a really good job afterwards. So, yeah, of course. Where you out of? I'll get on the topic sooner or later. Um, that's awesome, man. That is great. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm like I tell people on the podcast and the films and everything, I'm like very docile. Like I control myself. And then when you see me in real life, you'll see like a different side of me. You'll be like, "Holy crap!" And it's like, yeah, that's me. But Racecraft, still in Savannah, yay! It's Jesus Christ, Nicole. So the Racecraft going on. All right. Excuse me. All right. So I was watching TSRS because Mikey and Bryce were racing, and I wanted to make sure how they were doing, so I can just get mad here watching them race sometimes because those kids drive me nuts. Uh, Inexperience is what like beats them 99% of the time, and then they're racing against some really good guys, Jeff Shaw that has tons of track experience, and he brought some of his VLR guys as well, that I have raced against in heavy and in masters. So uh, you could tell the different type of racing. Well, um, Sawyer's moved up from juniors to seniors, and the kids come out of the gate quick, like real fast. Has tons of speed, but he's aggressive. Now, people are gonna say, "Yeah, Jorge, you have white lined it before, and we saw you at NTK, and it was definitely you were white lining it too." Well, the reason I was white lining it is I didn't have enough horse torques to to keep up at all. So I was just trying to make that was the only way I think I could have won. I didn't have the outright speed, right? So my whole goal was back him up and then let the battling happen behind me. right? That was like my tactic. So I assessed the situation and I came out with the best tactic possible. All right. Now, if you're in a much, I would never do this at Grands or anything or like a CKNA race because the people around me are quick and basically if I start white lining in lap one, I'll get moved. Which I mean, I expect that to happen. Ross down the back stretch got into my back bumper and I locked up the brakes and everything. He tried to move me, which this is something that you expect. If you're gonna start white lining it or start blocking right off the bat, two things it lets me know two things, right? First of all, you don't think you have the speed to win. Even though you sat on pole or sit up front, if you start blocking early in the race, to me it tells me you don't have the speed. You don't think you have the speed. And second off, you start dive bombing back, it's you're backing up the pack, which makes creates more chaos. And in the junior class, you might be able to get away with it. But when it comes to the senior class at an event that someone will move you, right? If you chop their nose multiple times, or if you white line it, you'll end up getting moved, right? If you throw it down inside of me, you end up getting moved. Like I race people the way they race me. All right. When I first got into the game, I was, like a wrecking ball 90% of the time. Um, and it catches up to you sooner or later. But sometimes the old side comes out. Like, if I get hit, but most of the time, if you see in the videos, um, if I have the speed in me, I sit and wait. If I want to basically just fly out, haul ass, and I think I have the speed to run away, I try to, but I will never try it at a drafting track. All right. If a track takes the draft, I know I cannot run away. Jacksonville is one of them. Charlotte's one of them. Speed Sports is one of them. Um, what other tracks? GoPro, you're not gonna run away with it. Homestead it's rare to break it, but you can break it. But in the classes that we race is so close, you're not gonna run away by yourself. It takes two people, right? At least two. So the blocking up front, yeah, it made the racing exciting because there's like pass after pass after pass after pass after pass. But really that's not like the type of racing that me personally I like to watch. Right? To me, I like to watch more of like a tactician, like high speed chess. I'm gonna pass you if I need to make a pass in a part of the track that's not gonna slow us down. Or in my case, I'm gonna pass you where I know I have the advantage. Like I'm gonna pass you in a corner that I am um basically like I can I okay, I always run a gear higher than everybody else. 99.9% of the time I am one tooth up, right? So hurry up and wait. So yeah, only in a drafting track you can run away. So I basically run a two tires. So I want to pass you in the tightest part of the track. That's how I'm going to pass you. I'm going to pass you and I'm going to park on the corner like a shifter and then just use the gearing to pull away. That's just the way I try to do it and pass. This last race at Charlotte, uh, for first heat, Ron got away from us. Right, he had broken the draft and he was out front. So once Ryan got past me, and then Insco got past me, I was gonna sit. All right, I was gonna let my cart come in, just sit behind him and push. Well, we ran 3 laps nose to tail, and Insco noticed that his cart was falling off, so he pointed us to go by. And then I sat behind Ryan. I'm not gonna fight with Ryan because I want to catch the leader. My job is to use him to go catch the leader. All right. If I think I'm faster, right, and especially you're going to think this at a track that's drafting, you're in the guy's toe. You are going to be quicker. He is moving the wind out of you, out of the way for you. So in your mind, you're mentally going to think, well, I'm faster than him. No, you're not. You're really like a tenth or two there, but once you get by him, he's going to be right in your draft again. So just use him and then push up to the leader. And then once you catch the leader's draft, then you can start battling it out again or catch the person you find in front of. I'm going to say Mikey in the finals had a real fast cart, right? Really quick. Bryce and Jacob got away, which was smart. But Mikey was able to get through the mid pack and was sitting third. But then this is after the whole chaos, Goff killing, Jeff killing Sawyer and stuff like that. Um, Basically, that was probably one of the dumbest wrecks I've seen in my entire life. The guy's on the outside, you're on the inside. You don't really give him space. I mean, I would have pit maneuvered you a long time ago. That's just my take on it. Um, I love the kid. The kid's quick. He just needs to grow up. That's all. Um, so I would have, and same thing. Mikey just made slight errors when I watched the race back. Um, I would have probably sat and not made a move on Jeff Shaw, and I would just sat behind him. But I think they were behind um, the 627. So I would have just used Jeff to get up to the two leaders. And now sometimes this doesn't work out right because sometimes the person that you're pushing likes to sit and wait as well. So you really have to then find them and like, hey, before the race, hey, if I get to your back bumper, I want you to go. All right. Unless you know how they drive, I want you to go. So I know Jeff likes to sit and push. If we're not making headway, you need to go. So I would go find him before the race and be like, hey, if I get to your back bumper, I'll give you a couple of nudges, and that means we need to go because I want to push you to the lead because I need you to get to the lead, right? I can't do it by myself. This track doesn't allow me. I get to it. So leaders are running 103.9s and 104 flats the whole race. Mikey's sitting in third by himself because he didn't pick up a drafting partner, running 103.7s. The pack of four behind him are running 103.5s consistently. So they're going to catch Mikey no matter what. They're going to catch him hard. So he's a sitting duck, right? So he made a mistake and gave away the win because he didn't use a drafting partner to get up there. Second mistake he made. Once he got past, instead of immediately passing back because there was a group, he should have pushed the kid that passed him away from the other two. And they made it a one-on-one race on the final lap. And that would have given him a bigger opportunity to finish third. But he immediately tacked back, which brings the pack back into it. And if you attack over and over and over again, nobody's going to want to run with you. No one. If you continue to attack constantly, nobody's going to run away. Like, okay, if I pass you and you pass me, I'll push you for a couple laps. If I see that my lap times is right around the same lap time I had by myself or with someone else, right? If or maybe we're like 2 or 3 tenths, I'm going to try to pass you again because I mean, I want to get going. But most of the time, I'll push. Now, if I think I have like a really quick cart, okay, I'm going to try to go. It's both ways. Sometimes I'll sit into the very end. There's a good way of saying when I was at CKNA Winter Nats, I think Ron again, Clyde's got away from us, and Insco and I were starting in the back, like 7th and 8th. Well, I know if Insco feels me, he's gonna go. Right? We've raced enough times together that if he gets in front of me and he makes a hole, I'm gonna push him through the hole and stay on his back bumper. And that's how we were able to run down the leaders and end up with a win on that heat. In Charlotte, I gave him a bump. He looked to the inside of Skinner. He didn't make the pass. I gave him another bump, and then he decided to sit. And I was not wanting to sit that race, so I gave him a couple bumps. He didn't make the move when we had a good run, and then I was like, okay, Insco's going to try to sit. Well, I'm going to go and pass him, and then go push Skinner, or I'm going to try to get by Skinner and run down Ryan by myself. So I already changed stuff up. So that's what I think about Tactics. At Grants, find yourself a good drafting partner. All right, the draft is huge. Go find yourself a good drafting partner and then go forward. Um, that's basically what I think about the whole racecraft. You got to think about what you're going to do. I call it high speed chess. Sometimes you got to take the good with the bad. Only track ever, Orlando's a track that you can run away by yourself. There are some technical tracks out there that you don't have a long enough straightaway for them to be on your draft long enough, and enough tight corners that you can pull away by yourself. I think Bryce was real fast, and so was Noah by himself at Odessa, which was a driver's track and a slick track, and I think it was looked like a World War II zone type of track. But in the end, they're able to go by themselves. Speaking of tactics, do you find most drivers working with you to catch up to a leader or fighting with you? Drivers that work well with me is Pinkston. Dang Pinkston is he usually sits and pushes. He does a good job. Insco will push for a while. I race 206 Masters. I mean, with the guys that I race with, they do a really good job of like placing each other and such. Like being we strategize it out and being strategic, and it's a good way of thinking about it. CKNA Charlotte, the Springs, the top 10 didn't pass. I mean, it's like nose to tail racing. Like they just waited, and those are the fastest guys in the country, and they're like stupid smart and legends in the sport, and they just push in their way. Some of them like to be pushed, and some like to be the pushers. It just depends, on basically, you gotta pick and choose your poison. I've been to Track House, which is called GoPro now, or no, GoPro, which is called Track House. I've been up there. It's a drafting track. I mean, it's a fun track. It's fast. It's flowy. I don't like the barriers they have going onto the last turn, but they did have like a barrier they removed. So I was gonna go back up there, but um, I found out about my neck issue and I didn't feel well, so I didn't make it up to race GoPro before CKNA before WK Charlotte. So I picked WK Charlotte instead. Yeah, but that's a track that you can't run away by yourself either. Now, I think Trackhouse needs to fix their tech. Um, I heard there's like tech is non-existent up at Trackhouse. So if they got good tech going on, I mean that can make things different. You can tell who's cheating and who's not cheating in this sport. Okay, it's pretty damn obvious. I mean, it's if you're at a drafting track and someone's walking on you, or if they fire up that engine and it sounds completely different than everybody else around you, right? You can tell. People that some of us have been in the 206 community can tell right off the bat. And some engines just pull harder on the top end, some engines pull harder on the bottom end. Sometimes you get lucky on one of those like monster motors, but those monster motors are maybe a tenth to 2/10. That's it, max. I mean, at a track that can just sit there and draft, you're not going to really pull away. And for a 206, there's not many tracks out there that you can do that. Like you can just sit and pull, like you can just drive your way around everybody. At least the areas I race. Like I'm trying to think Anderson. I mean, hard to break away. Homestead's hard to break away. Um, I'm guessing PK when I was looking at the timing, it's hard to break away. So Jackson, you can't if you break away by yourself at Jackson's. You got a little bit more sauce in there. You got a little bit more heat in that motor. You can't break away in Jacks, right? It's 1,000 foot straightaway. If you do break away, they're coming. It's like 6, 7 tenths. It's insane to draft. Um, Charlotte's another track. It's like I don't even have to be the fastest. I can sit in like sandbag and be like almost 3/4 throttles behind someone and just let them pull me through their draft. Like in our class, drafting's everything. So yeah, the racing looks cool. If you say it looks cool, like it looks cool, but in the end, it's our carts just don't have the horsepower. It's all about rolling speed, keep the minimum speed up, roll through the corners, and then work with the buddy. Yeah, I mean, it made for an interesting race. Don't get me wrong. Heat 2 looked really good, and it was really interesting to see it. Aggressiveness level. It was aggressive racing. Um, could he get away with it at a bigger event with more experienced drivers? No, no, hands down, someone would have sent him, or it would have been sent earlier. Which I was surprised nobody sent anybody into the finals, which sucks because you try to stay clean the whole time, and your whole weekend builds up to a finals, and then you have one little incident, your finals are gone. It's just like last year at Grands with JD, he was behind me, and there was a group of 4 behind him, and my car started to get tight, and it was just I think a lap to go, 2 laps to go, and he makes a move at a part of the track that slows me down a lot, and he brings a he brings a whole train of like 4 carts, and they blow by me, and I was like, oh, that sucks. But even though that my cart was tight and not running right, I mean, it wasn't working right, the draft behind them pulled me back up to them. So that's another track that's hard to get going, especially the finals. If there's a lot of rubber down that track, I think I break one time. Other than that, it's like a couple lifts here and there, and that's it. With close to 500 entries, I expected grip level to be the highest I've ever felt. And I thought last year Grand's grip was insane. Except the MGM stayed free towards the end of the race while everybody else got tight. Um, the MGM stayed free. I think who was in front of me? I can't remember. His name skipped my mind. But yeah, that's basically it, man. It was good racing. It's just we're not two strokers, man. They battle it up too much. It's just so many experience here and there. Like it just takes that little bit. It takes that one bobble move, and then 2 break away, and then the other 2 are just trying to catch up. It's really tedious. Like when you race 206s, you gotta be on your game 24/7. You can't make a mistake. You make a mistake in one corner, there goes your lap, right? When you run a higher horsepower cart, you make a mistake in a corner, you can make it up in the next 2 corners. So it's just you're on the edge. You're always on the edge, and you always have to be like, get off the brakes, roll the cart. It's all about getting to the middle of the corner, off the corner as fast as possible. And I mean, it's hard because sometimes on entry, I know I do this sometimes. Say on entry, man, I gain like, oh man, I gained a lot on entry, but on exit, they're pulling away like crazy. They must have more motor. No, my entry was crap. I turned in too early. I pinched the corner off. I don't have the horsepower to go anywhere. The guy in front of me was able to take a nice late apex entry and use his roll speed to pull away. And I'm like, oh, the motor's shit. Nah, idiot, your driving sucks. Pull your head out of your ass. The cart's tight. Oh, the motor's not pulling out of the corner. You're stuck. Free up the chassis. I was like that though, man. I'm only saying this stuff because I was like that when I first got in the game. When I first got in the game, I was like, man, dang, all these guys got good engines. My engine's crap. Nah, it was when I look at the video, I look at them, I'm like, okay, so they're at this section of the corner turning in. I'm all the way back here turning at the same time. But I'm gaining on entry. Yeah, you're gonna gain on entry. On exit, they're gonna freaking walk on you. And it just takes a tenth a corner, a half a tenth a corner, right? 14 corners later, I mean, those little half a tenths make up a big difference. It's insane. I mean, I love it and I hate it at the same time. Love karting, hate karting. I wonder if we all feel like that. We show up in the weekend, we're like, hell yeah, I can't wait for karting weekend to start. Can't wait for it to get going. And then you're like, after the first 3 sessions, you're like, piece of shit. Fuck karting, man. It's goddamn, I hate it. Oh, what up, Billy? You're just like, ah, man. I don't even want to kart anymore. I'm gonna wrap it up. And the worst thing is like the very first setup you start off the weekend with, you're like, oh, this setup sucks. Is literally the setup you end up in the finals. So you've changed everything to get right back to this beginning point. You should have just left the cart alone the whole time. That's why I haven't touched the chassis since Charlotte, man. Everybody's gonna like, whoa, you're gonna suck. Dude, nothing matters until the finals. All right? As long as the cart comes in the finals, that's it. As long as I don't get tight. I can't drive a tight cart. I hate it. I like to drive a cart that I have control the whole time. I don't want to drive a car that feels, oh man, this feels amazing. It feels so good. Nah, I want to drive a car that I'm like out of control. Am I ready, Grand Windy? Oh, where do I live? I live in Savannah, Georgia. I got 11.5 hour trip up to Grants. Am I ready for Grants? Oh, when do you leave? Oh, what is it? When do I leave? I leave. No, I don't know. Oh, I leave Wednesday morning, the crack of dawn. Now I leave Wednesday like stupid early. I'm trying to get there by 1 o'clock, noon to 1 o'clock. I just have the truck, man. I just set up my little tent. That's it. I'll be ready to go. Yeah, I plan to practice on Thursday. It looks like it's going to rain in the morning. Um, I plan to get some practice in. I think I have the gearing pretty close down, and it is the same layout from last year. And we've run this layout before a couple times, so um, definitely definitely it's going to be a good one. Mike will babysit me. It better be loose. No, I don't like French women, so see, or when I post these videos, I say no to children. I hope you guys understand that, right? Right? Say, right? I know kids watch this, like, but it says no, so don't get mad at me. Like, you can't say that. I'm like, I said no, man. Dude, sometimes my final take is like I'm already 6, 7 beers deep. We won't. I'm just gonna say what's on my mind. Oh, I just been chilling. I just woke up, to be honest. I work nights, so I literally woke up and then got my morning coffee going, and basically now just came onto a podcast to talk and have some fun and chat up with everybody. I can't wait to see everybody at Grants, man. I mean, I'm telling you, it's so awesome to see. I'm a huge racing fan, right? I'm a huge racing fan. So just getting to watch all the classes. Like hopefully I can come off the track, not basically, do anything and just jump on and like watch the other classes race. And under the tent we have like light, medium, heavy. Uh we have a junior. I think the only thing we don't have is a kid car and a sportsman. But other than that, everybody's under the tent in a different class. So it's gonna be a lot of cool racing to watch. Oh man, Billy, appreciate it, man. It's a blast, man. It really is fun. It's fun. And the whole reason I do this is just to get more people into the sport, you know. Dang, you really showed up late. Yeah, I saw it, man. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Like I said, I watched it. I watched it. They did great. My guys did great. All right. I call them my guys. Mikey and Bryce did amazing. Bryce ended up winning it. He did in an awesome. You need a legend racer. Yeah, he did awesome. Like That last pass was an over under move that was, epically set up. I mean, it was crazy. I hate that he doesn't defend or like feel pressure behind him, I guess, but he has an over under that's really good. And he made a lot of mistakes in heat too. He was trying to make passes. I don't even know what the heck that kid was thinking. I was so mad I had the TV on mute and just yelling at it. It didn't matter. He couldn't hear me. And then I would talk to him after it, and then it still just went right over his head. And then Mikey had bad luck. His engine decided to say, I don't want to play anymore. So Kelvin was gracious enough, since he's in Saudi, to let Mikey have an engine and let him borrow his motor. That freaking thing hauled the mail. But both carts did great. Both kids did great. I just thought Heat 2 was a shit show. So I mean, it was clearly a shit show to me, and the finals was basically a shit show as well. So for the 206 class, I think the junior class was a pretty good race, and stuff was overturned in some of the classes, which kind of expected, but shit happens in sports, I guess, especially in some series. I'm trying to keep it PG as best I can. You need a legend racer. Oh yeah, I do need a legends racer. We don't have anybody in. Oh no, we have one in Legends. We have one in Legends. Oh, so Super Masters for WKA. So it's Masters and then Legends. Mm, yeah, Super Masters basically is what they call Legends. Like Grands and WKA, they call the same thing. Same shit, but different wording. It just means really really old guys get the race together. I can't wait till I make it to a Legends class. I want to lose some weight to make weight, but I'll be ready. I saw Dave Cole. He was complaining about adding weight and making a safety hazard, and I know Dave doesn't watch this stuff probably, but I wanted to comment. I was like, put me on the show. Let me argue this out real quick about the weight. I was like, I'm a big guy, man. I'm 230 pounds and I make 390 with no weight on the cart. Weight. Um, I eat well. It's just all the working out is retained with me. So losing weight's a little bit heavier. Yeah, I know. I get it. The beer doesn't help, but low calorie beer. All right. Low calorie beer. But he was talking about it's dangerous for like weights to weigh that much, carts to weigh that much for 390. I'm like, okay, if it's that dangerous, we are, no offense, lap time wise, the slowest class out there, right? So if it's so dangerous, why don't you slow down the other classes? If it's so dangerous, why don't the other classes require neck braces while we require neck braces? I'm just saying, like shifters, X30s, even the K100s, they don't wear neck braces, but we do. On top of that, most of the wrecking and flipping that happens, other than the Legends race at CKNA, is usually young kids are involved. The ones that don't pay for anything out of their pocket. No offense. Right? I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm just saying how it is. It's those kids that don't have any, you know, they don't have anything in it. It's daddy and mommy paying for it. And they just go out there and just bulldoze the field. That's the dangerous portion of it. The kids that fly in there and side pod the crap out of you or run over the back of someone's cart. Those are the ones wrecking. You don't see the older, heavier classes doing stuff like that often. You see the younger kids doing it. I mean, it's either in the junior class, the light class, and the medium class, and 99% of the time, the kid is 18 and below. So you want to talk about safety due to weight? The safety is teaching those kids the proper way to race, proper racecraft. Because they move up into the next class or category and they still think they can just bulldoze the way around it. Some of us has a short little temper. Like my temper's, I'm pretty. Ignore the Monticello video. Oh, happy belated! Oh, dude, the 5th, awesome. September, baby. Um, 61, perfect time to get into a sport again. But you know, at that point in time, though, that's a safety issue. Like I know Dave says when you drop the weight or get the weight down and stuff like that for masters, but really I mean, the masters aren't the one causing all the crazy wrecks or heavy. And if it is a heavy kid causing the crazy wrecks, it's because he has 90 pounds of lead on the cart and he wants to run all the classes. So, and what class was that, Bryce? The kid almost went over the fence at Street Sports. So basically, I mean, honestly, like you're going to talk about safety. The safety is teaching the kids proper racecraft at the beginning. Like I mean, you see it in, but it's not like it's like a. I mean, most of the racing is good. It's just when they get to junior and the senior level, right? Micro and mini. You see, it's the kids that are out there. They just don't know it. First of all, they don't understand fear. Like they don't have the meaning of fear in them. And then second of all, I mean, they don't care. They're not paying for it. That's just my assumption from the outside pointing in. It might not be like that. It might be like, okay, I want to win so bad. My dad's out here busting his butt. I have to prove myself that I'm good. I got to go for it now. It could be the opposite, complete different way. I don't know what's in their mind, but I do know that most of the safety problems that we have in the sport are not in the classes that are heavier. And if it is in the classes that are heavier, that kid threw on 90, 80 to 90 pounds of weight to race against grown men. All right. That's basically it. Okay, senior flipped on the last. And how old was the senior driver? Do you have an idea of how old he was? Because I know the KA seniors masters didn't flip. So that's what I'm talking about. I just want to. I love Dave, and actually I love his dad more. But Dave's gonna be under the tent, so LSR. So uh, we'll have a good conversation about it. Probably it should be a good conversation. Yeah, I always like talking to him. Diego. Hmm. I don't know. He might be younger, older. Yeah, but that was a city. He harped on it. He touched on it for a little bit about the weight, but I'm more of like take the neck brace off. I can't. I can't deal with the neck brace. I hate wearing the neck brace. Mini Swift, Nicholas. Okay, it was a junior. Okay, sorry I spoke to you if you just walked in, and it wasn't like I don't want you to take it the wrong way. I'm just giving you advice, right? Just advice on the thing. You're fast. I don't even know if you're here or if it's your dad. You're quick, but this isn't the junior class. So that's all I'm saying about that. Because I mean, you put it on pole, so it's not that you don't have the speed. You've been quick since you moved up to senior. It's just racecraft that needs to grow. That's it, and that's just due to inexperience and maybe trying to prove yourself. Like I said, I don't know what's going on. Maybe you're trying to prove yourself that you belong there. But if I sit on pole, I'm packing it up. I said that already. If I go to CKNA Grands, I put it on pole. I'm done for the weekend. I'm not starting anymore. I'm just gonna be like, you know what? Just give me whatever you're gonna give me. I'm gonna pack it up. I'll put it in the back of my truck and open up a open up. I don't know. I might retire. Shit, if I win grands, I might just retire. I might call it good. I'll pull a Nico Rosberg. Be like, all right, I'm one and done, baby. That's it. Oh my gosh, if I win grands. Oh, you can only dream. I say that because remember, I said I've been to every grands, and the first grands I was out there, I was 2 seconds a lap slower than the slowest person on track. Okay. Oh my god. It was insane. It was literally insane. Oh, so bad. That's why yeah, I have come a long way. Same thing with Daytona. So I did Grands, and then the next week was Kart Week in Daytona, and I did Daytona. But Daytona, I did better. I was like mid packer, right? Mid pack. I was running, but dude, the leaders were just like I couldn't fathom catching the leaders. Um, it was just insane. So when I ended up winning Daytona, I was like, from when I started to where I'm at now, it's all about track time, man. I just gain to see as much as possible. I literally get to see, and then in the videos, I know, no choice. Yeah, I get in the videos and I say I don't touch anything or clean anything or keep anything up. Guys, you gotta see that. Like when I just don't want to give away. I give away a lot. I don't want to give away every little thing. Like that's just me. Like I go after the set, I clean my clutch, I make sure everything looks good. But if the cart's rolling, I don't touch anything. At Charlotte, I do not touch anything. When I come home, I make sure everything's good to go, tight and clean. But once I get to the track, I literally do not touch anything. If I don't have to loosen the motor mount, I don't loosen it. I just keep making sure it's tight. Same thing with anything else in the cart. If I don't have to touch it, I don't loosen it because nothing can fall off then, or nothing can break or whatever. I can't screw anything up. So when I get to a track and I find the setup, I leave it alone. Now, if I have to try to like chase the track, okay, I'm a little too free, I'm a little too tight, I'll move minor adjustment. But taking the clutch off, cleaning it up in the middle, re-lubing the chain, I mean, that's too much. That's too much. We're adding more variables that things can go wrong. Right? We're adding a lot of more outside variables for something else to go wrong. So this weekend, everything will be double checked, everything will be tight, everything will be checked. Nothing will be moved or touched when I get to grands. Thursday's practice is not about winning practice. Fuck practice, right? It's not about winning practice. It's about getting some laps in, remembering the track, getting the lines down, and seeing the progression of how the track changes. It's about staying clean through practice and just seeing what I show up with, and then making minor, minute adjustments. The weight argument is BS. Anyone can add weight, but us larger guys just imagine. Yeah, exactly. Um, maybe make it like a cutoff. Like if you weigh 150 pounds, unless you're 35 and over, or unless you're a certain age, you can't race heavy. Just simple as that. If you're a kid and you weigh 125 pounds, you shouldn't be able to race heavy. Run light or medium. That easy. Because that 125-pound kid cannot pick up his own damn cart if he wrecks. And some of the corner work, dude. Some of the corner workers out there aren't strong enough to pick up some of the carts. I pick up a two-stroke, and that sometimes is heavier than picking up some of the 206s. Like the shifter, I pick up a shifter. I'm like, Jesus, this thing weighs heavier just by myself. Actually, my cart is lighter to pick up than anybody else's cart out there. Honestly, it literally, my cart only weighs 148 pounds. I could literally pick that thing up and throw it. Some of these young guys, right, have a lot of weight. Like those, they can't pick up the cart themselves. And yeah, you're right. There's prima donnas out there. They reckon like, oh, I know I do this. They're not gonna pick it up. I just wrecked. I'm a crybaby. I'm gonna go cry in it. Yeah, I'd smack the shit out of that kid if he was under my tent. Man. Oh God. Jesus, this just pisses me off. Yeah, make sure everything's free on the car and let her eat. Um, so let me see. It just depends. So a person I've raced with a lot is is Pinkston. That's someone I've raced a lot. We had really good battles up in Ocala. So setting up a pass on the last lap is it's kind of difficult, right? It just depends who you're racing with, right? I'm a person I like if it comes down if I'm faster, if I think I'm faster, I won't make a move if I'm running top 3 until I see the cross flags. That's halfway to go. That's when I will make my first move. If I make my first move and can't get away from them, I will sit until I see the 2 to go. And then I got to start planning out where am I faster and where are they faster than me. And I'll pass them in a section of where I can use it to my advantage. But once I pass them in a section, if it's early in the lap, I know I'm going to have to block. There's going to be an over and under move coming sooner. Now, the guys that race against me, they know me. They know that I covered the over under. So if I'm on the inside and I break, I'm most likely going to pinch off my exit hard. So I make them go the long way around the outside. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Monticello Pinkston got me. He ran it around the rim on the outside, beat me to a line. Insco did it to me at Charlotte. I went to protect. He went around the outside. Um, it's just luck of the draw sometimes. If I'm really strong in the high speed section, I'm going to set up the move to pass you in the high speed section. It all just depends on who you're racing against. And I mean, depends how bad I want to win. I will use the bumper a little bit. So, if they start blocking at the beginning of the lap on the final lap, I'll wait until we get to a tight braking zone and I'll push them past the braking zone a little bit and then take off. So it all depends. If you're going to put yourself in a position to block and get hit, expect to get hit. It's going to happen. All right. Don't get mad. Don't get upset. You put yourself there. It's just going to happen. It's short track racing, right? I just meant to ride of your cage. People call it dirty. People call it whatever the hell you want to call it. I just wanted more that day than you did. I feel it. People hit me from behind, try to push me, but I'm on the brakes hard and I'm turning and I'm still holding my line. It comes down to it, right? Some people race that way and other people don't. My brother's one that doesn't race that way. He's Mark Martin. He'll open the door right up. I remember him racing Chris Carroll in Ocala. It was him and Miguel and Chris were gone. All right. Nobody was catching them that day. Miguel gets by Chris at the first left-hand hairpin at Ocala, and then he opens up for the second hairpin. He just opened the door for Chris to go right back on the inside. And after that, the race was over. There's no more passing opportunity. He lost the race because he opened the door against one of the best, right? Against one of the best in the sport. Neck and neck. But still, you open the damn door. Just hand him the win. You got to learn when to block. I mean, you're going to get bumped, you're going to get hit, but you got to learn when to block and when not to block. Correct. Too many people want to push but refuse to be pushed. Correct. Correct. I mean, dude, if you dive bomb me and tap your head that you want me to push me, but you didn't push me, so if you dive bomb me, right, and you give me the signal to push you, I ain't freaking pushing you. Especially if you didn't push me. I ain't touching your back bumper. Hell, I'm gonna send it in the next turn. I'm If you're back there and you're beating my back bumper off and we're not moving anywhere and you get by me, I'm gonna push you. Okay? But if you make it up to me, you hit me, and you basically just dive bomb the crap out of me and you side pod me and then give me the sign to push, yeah, I'm gonna push you right off the track. But other than that, I'm not gonna work with you. But it's all about who you race against. The Grands is like the only exception to a rule that I don't race against some of the people I end up being around. I'm a mid packer in Grands, so I don't know who's around me at that point in time. Um, running Charlotte, I was kind of like lost. I was glad I had Insco near me and Todd Baird, but Todd doesn't like being pushed. I mean, he doesn't like pushing. He likes being pushed. At least when he races against us. I know immediately he's going to pass. I know immediately he's going to wait to the very last second to open up for the corner. Um, to me, it's almost to the verge of blocking because he'll stay on the inside to the very last second and then he'll swing back open and then cut across. But you know, it comes down to it. Like, but if I get by you at the beginning, I mean, if I get ahead of you and we go, then let's go. But if I give you a couple bumps and I don't feel like you're moving, then I'll get by you. It's a give and take. It's hard. It's really hard to at times to know. It's really hard. And then people get up and say, "Oh, well, you pushed me off track," and I was on the inside. All right. If I'm on the inside of the apex without dive bombing you, if I literally were running up to the inside of the apex and I'm here and and you come down on me and I hit you, I mean, I'm already there, man. And if I drift my cart out to the outside, back out of it. No longer your corner. All right. Now, if you're already turning in and I freaking smashed on the side of you or to hop the curve, okay, it's on me. I screwed up. All right. There's different ways to race it. Don't get me wrong. There's been times at events that it gets a little hectic. All right. I mean, I've wrecked Matt. Matt and I have wrecked each other. Matt Matt went in. He opened the door. I saw a glimmer of hope, and I just sent it in. Same thing with Phil. Phil at AMR. He opened up for the turn, and I thought I had the turn, and I sent it in. And to me, I was at the apex, but it was really not. I was at the apex, but half my cart was over the curb. So it's you gotta weigh your options. How it is. Um, but if I'm up front and somebody passes me, I'm not gonna fight them hard, especially if I'm in the top 5. If you get around me, I'm gonna push you. I don't want to be in the mid pack because all they do is like pass, pass, pass back, pass back. Everybody says, "Oh, the racing in the mid pack it sucks." Everybody's slow back there. Look at the lap times. They probably pulled off the same lap times as a leader, a little bit faster. Once they got their head out of their ass and they started working together. I mean, the final, yeah, the mid pack is a blender. Yeah, JD, and you left me hanging out to dry. I'm never letting that go. Um, it is. It is. It's just pass, 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 pass. It's better to find someone and just push them through the whole pack. Then it's just better to find yourself a good dancing partner and literally latch onto that back bumper. And when they make a move, you make a move and you push through them. I mean, do it. In Chart and Jacks, I start last. I had Pinkston. Pinkston made a hole and I went right with them. Same thing with Insco. They make a hole and I go right with them. I don't unhook from their back bumper. So it's up to you. You got to make the decision when you think it's best to make the move or not. I mean, honestly, I don't even know. Sometimes it happens so quickly, I don't even know. I Kershaw Kershaw wasn't very like second day. I didn't put new tires on, so I didn't have speed, and that track eats up tires. First day, I just was sliding all over the place. Um, Ron and I had to run Pinkston back down, but Pinkston's cart wasn't handling right at all. It looked like day one, but it never came in. But then, right when we catch him, Ron starts battling with me, and I'm just like, "What the fuck, man?" We literally ran this guy down 3 to 4 seconds back, and then he pulls another 10 to 12 cart lengths back. So I get in front of him and like tell him, "Just push me up to him. I'll open the door for us." Sure enough, he pushed me back up there. I made the move, and then we kept going. It was just right when you get to a guy you're chasing, just wait. Be patient. You just follow the guy that's in front of you. If you're already sat behind him 3 laps, 4 laps, like people are like, well, why didn't you pass Ryan? Why? He was in front of me. He passed me at the beginning of the race. Hell, he moved me because he passed me and I passed him right back. And I was like, come on, man, let's work together. Let's catch Ron. But my cart wasn't working right. And in the next turn, since he moved me out of the way and got in front of me. Okay. No hard feelings. And then Insco got by me. Okay. And then my cart came alive and I was like, I'm gonna push. I'm just gonna start pushing. And then I got behind Ryan. I was like, we're gonna go catch him. We're gonna go run him down. And sure enough, we caught him on the last lap. Like I backed off, but Ryan was already in his tire tracks. So you raced on basically plastic tires. Then were hard rock tires then, because Kershaw destroys tires. Yeah, I saw your video. Those tires still look pretty damn good. But yeah, I mean, it's just about using your damn head. I get frustrated. Correct, Linus. You have to be with friends to move up. That's what I'm saying. Find yourself a guy at the beginning of the race, or 2 guys, 3 guys. Be like, hey, I'm just letting you know, if I get to your back bumper, don't worry about me passing you, but you got to make the move. We want to go forward, right? If I qualify bad, end up in the mid pack, I usually find someone I'm good with or try to talk. But listen, I'm gonna latch onto your back bumper. You're gonna feel like I owe you dinner after this, but we're gonna move forward. All right, that's how we roll. Maybe put a little bit of Vaseline on your back bumper because I'm coming hard. Take that for what it's worth. Oh man, I'm just yeah, it's bad. Kids, I hope you're not watching this. Yeah, it is racing IQ. I mean, but we've all done this. Like we all learn from our mistakes. And I'm a big person of watching before I post my videos, I watch my videos. I don't watch them after I post it. I hate watching them and listening to myself and hearing myself talk. I don't even go back to live feeds. But after a session, I watch the videos. And if I know someone behind me, um, JD at Final Practice Springs, he was behind me. Katie got the SD card and let me watch the video to see if what I'm feeling in the cart is what the cart's doing. Because sometimes you feel one thing, like, man, I am free. I'm super loose. I can't keep the cart under me. I keep tightening it up. Dude, you're cranking the freaking wheels so hard. By the time the front wheels grip, the rears don't have nowhere to go. You're tighter. You're tighter than freaking hell. And other times, like, man, I'm free. I'm hopping. I don't know what. I'm tight. No, I go into a corner, cart unloads, lifts, and sits back down too quickly. I don't have enough front to keep the tire up. So I like watching videos of being behind. Yeah, we were moving in practice, but if you're behind me, I like to go find that person. Like, can I watch your video, please? I gotta see, if I'm feeling what I'm feeling is what the cart's doing. And then I watch my videos like, how's my line? How's my entry? How's my exit? Why are they beating me here? Why are they beating me there? I'm my biggest critic. I go and like I analyze my videos and I get onto myself at times and like, why are you doing this? Open your arm hands up. Let the cart do what it wants to do. Why are you pinching it off? Why are you turning in early? Like, you know better. Enter slow, exit fast. You got to talk to yourself because sometimes you get in that moment, you're race mode, you're like fixated on that bumper in front. No, I mean, I used to be fixing the bumper in front. Now if they take one line, I find another line that's a little bit quicker, I just adjust the cart. Or if I notice they're turning in a little early, I turn a little later and I get a good run exit. Yeah, you overdrive the corners. Everybody thinks you have to go in the corners and slam on the brakes and turn. This is not a two-stroke, okay? You're in a 206. Don't give a shit what the dyno sheet says. You got 10 horsepower. You ain't going anywhere if you drive it in deeper than hell and slam on the gas. The motor's gonna go like that, right? That's why you see it in the WKA video. Insco's cart wasn't working well, but the guys in front of me drove into a corner way harder than I did. I backed the corners up, I turned and I gunned it, and I would just slingshot around the corners. It that's just the way you do it. You just enter slow, exit fast. It's all about roll speed. You go into a corner, a little bit of brake dab, a little open. I like this layout because I know it at Grants, but it's literally flat. There's a couple slight lifts, flat for the heavy class because we go slower. But honestly, you don't hit the brakes until a scoreboard turn. Other than that, you are freaking hauling the mail. Yeah, the MGM releases the rock hour. The MGM was real quick on the double lefts and double rights. When there was a high speed mid corner, the MGM was real quick, really fast. I mean, that car in the mid to high speed, it's like a Red Bull. Mid high speed corner is fast. To be fair, we were doing all the tightest corners on the track, so it's just it is a big wide track. I'm not hating on Newcastle. I hate where it's located. There's nothing around it. Holy shit. And it's a dry county. What? What? Yeah. Go to a gas station, try to find a beer. Shut the hell up. That's crazy. That's why everybody's pissed off up there. It is. To be fair, it is. I mean, it's my funnest day. I like the um before I got the after I got the MGM, the funnest section to me is 1, 2, 3, 4. I like that. The car just goes. I love it. Cart flies around that portion. And I like the little bowl. The little bowl, if you hit it right. The corner I hate the most. I never get it down no matter what year it is. It's going on to a front stretch. That double left. Oh, I hate that freaking turn. It's not a double left. It's like one big left that sucks. Excuse me. I can't get out of that turn to save my life. Oh my god. It just sucks. I hate it. Ugh, suck. I hate that damn turn. And a good passing zone's the scoreboard turn. Wednesday morning, stupid early, like 1 a.m., midnight. So basically Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. Yeah, it's a 12-hour drive. It's setup day. Yeah, I'm gonna leave really, really early, set up, and then go to bed. So Wednesday, if you want to say hi, make sure you catch me early enough to say what's up. That's the day I usually walk around and talk to people because my setup is a 10 by 10 tent, and I'm done. And basically, if we can do tech that day, that'd be great. Knock tech out. because my practice time starts later in the afternoon. It's like 10 o'clock's first practice for me, so I don't plan on being there early. I'm planning on catching some sleep, stretching, resting. I think the award ceremony for CKNA South, I think I saw was Friday night. That's going to be the late night. And that's the day that we do practice qualifying the heat race. It's not teams. There's just certain drivers that may show up. So Brandon Crack Craft. I'm sorry, Brandon, if I fucked up your name. Um, I'm not good with names. He's usually a two-stroke driver. He has his own team. He'll be with the Coyote tent with Precision Karting. Um, I heard Austin Garrison might race. I'm not 100% sure on that one. You'll see some two-stroke racers race with some teams out there. And then you'll see teams that I generally don't race with would be teams like from out west, the VLR guys. Some of them are coming out west. You got a couple guys from New Zealand coming out. You got the Canadians up north coming down, and they race rough. Canada races rough. Uh, all right, so Garrison and Massimino, they'll be racing there. Um, I'm still gonna say my picks. I mean, picks for light. It's either gonna be depends what car Dylan runs in light. Dylan's gonna win one of the races. I'm gonna do a top five pick. Okay, there's no way in hell to know who's gonna win. So light and medium, I'm just gonna, you know, just scratch it out. Like it's gonna be, um, I'm gonna pick Owen Lloyd, Dylan Amundsen, Colin Warren, uh, James Overbeck, and oh, man, I'm not sure if he's in light. That North VLR kid Zimmerman or something like that. JD, help me out. The kid up north in VLR that won almost everything. Um, if Garrison, I think Garrison might be a dark horse out there. He knows how to race 206. He's not stupid. um, he should be back. They race this weekend, and then if he doesn't get too fucked up drunk, he'll be back in time. He's a lightweight though, like two margaritas, and that kid won't shut up. Um, God. Oh, you still need a good go kart? MGM. Oh, so biased. That's fucked up. Nah, just pick whatever go kart works, man. For a big guy, I always say MGM or a stiffer chassis. For a lighter guy, a softer chassis works. Any chassis you can make quick for 206. Oh, not really. Jesus. Okay, so the go kart topic theme. Everybody says, hey, my cart's a 2018, 2019. Um, what do you think about, is it still competitive? Dylan has the old blue, and that thing's a 2018. It's been re-welded 1,000 times, but his new car got really screwed up in Pittsburgh, and Paul re-welded that on the spot, and that car is really fast. Um, I mean, which manufacturer is going to win? Oh, Pryor, Jordan Pryor. Oh my God, I'm sorry. The Canadian. That's why I forgot those Canadian guys. A he is the one that won it last year, and he's always fast as hell. So I think those five. For medium, it's basically the same five. I would throw Mick Gabriel in the mix and Jars of Crack in the mix as well, and Massimino. For heavy, I'm gonna have to go with like Eric Fagan. Uh, Matt's been really fast this year, though. So, um, I think Jeff Shaw is gonna run heavy. He's been practicing a lot. For Masters, probably Eric Fagan, Ryan Cassidy, you know, Chris Cirillo, all the fast guys. Oh yeah, AJ is gonna be up there in heavy. Um, Jamie Bradford, that's his home track too. I think they're always fast at Newcastle. The locals will have an advantage. Yes, the local guys do have an advantage. How I think Star Racing is gonna do? They're gonna suck. I don't know, man. They've been quick. Frick, man. Tad's been doing an amazing job. I hope Tad makes top in Legends top 10 to 15 this year. I hope. I hope he's up there in the mix. I hope. And then I hope Casey is up there with me, but he finishes behind me. So I can talk shit. Because he's beaten me the last 2 years. So I need to beat him. I beat him at Springs. He beats me at his home track. So they have definitely the advantage at the home track. All right, this track's just once a year. Yeah, he's been quick, man. I mean, I gotta give him props. The guy's been real fast. And then I don't think Ben will be racing, but Casey's definitely gonna be quick. He got it figured out. That is his home track. It'll be a good race for sure. And then Legends, I got my James Perkins or Ryan Cassidy is gonna win it in Legends. Those are my picks. You have Eli Yanko from Canada A. You have Dimmers. If Dimmers races, he's gonna race, but he's on a KR, so I don't know what he's gonna be doing. Um, yeah, there's sledgehammer. Oh man. I really hope I'm up there. I really hope I get a good qualifying and qualify in the top 10. If not, the whole goal is to stay clean and finish out the weekend in the top 10. Top 10's the goal. That's what I'm hoping for this year. How the cart's running, how the cart's been, and how many sets of tires will you need to buy for it? Okay, I'm cheap, Billy. Like dirt cheap. Jesus. 98 in medium, 45 in masters, 63 in senior heavy, 91 in light, 44 in legends, 77 in junior, 29 cadets, 35. Gee, that's insane. 98 in medium and 91 in light. 63 heavy drivers. That's the most ever I've seen. Masters 45. I need to change my goals for Masters. My goals just went from top 10 to top 20. I'm cheap, Billy. I have a good set of tires, right? From Charlotte. They're still good. Those are my practice tires. Um, and then you got to buy a brand new set from CKNA because they come from the same lot. They're made just from this a same batch. So they try to even out the tires as best as possible. And you run one set of tires through the whole weekend. No, I do not put on practice tires during warm-ups. Okay. Warm-ups are like 4 to 5 laps. I want to know what the cart is doing. I don't throw on shit tires and see how the cart's doing because the setup's not going to work. I don't know why people do that. I think my practice tires on to save my race tires. You save 4 laps. That does absolutely nothing. And now you have no idea what the cart's going to do. You have no idea the changes you did will work or not work. Yeah, Bryce, that's towards you. I got to poke the bear. Oh, all right. I got to get out. I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. Got to get ready for Grands. I don't even know what the weather looks like tomorrow. As long as it doesn't rain, I'm good to go. If it rains, I'm going to cry. Oh, clear forecast for me. How about Newcastle? Let's check Newcastle real quick. Newcastle. Oh, no more rain on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday or Sunday, but we know how the Grands is. Have a good night, guys. Safe travels. Please, if you see me up at Grands, come talk to me. All right. I'm an approachable person. Sometimes I look pissed off, and fuck is every other word in my vocabulary because I was in the military. But come up, say hey. I should have stickers. Um, a lot of stickers are being made, so I should have stickers. I'd love to meet you. Let me know what you think of the channel. Let me know where I can do better. Um, Hope you guys like these live streams. It's fun just sitting here talking and talking shit and giving. It's easier than answering all the messages I get. And if you ask for gearing, uh, everybody's been asking me for gearing, but gearing is basically the same as Charlotte. That's across the board. So if you went to Charlotte, that's a good starting point for gearing. All right, guys, take it easy. Catch you guys on track. Stay safe. Safe travels. See you up at Grands.